I'm gonna guess that it's like a. I want to say like a container. It's a container. Or it's like a bracket or like a container. Like it's like a.
Just go with that. Just go with that.
Yeah. Content warning: the following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences.
It was a bottle, guys. It's a bunch of spray bottles.
Can they hear us right now?
They can hear us literally right now.
Oh my god. Yeah. I hope they realize it's a joke. Can they hear us? Like, if you listen to the brew,
if they don't,
then it's okay.
Then it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. Right.
But now it's not.
Yeah, you have
but
a piece
now,
of dry skin right here. I'm just gonna get that for you. Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, it looks like kind of
I hope that this diet really.
Oh, folks. Wow. Good morning. Gosh, what a beautiful Monday morning. It's the Brew with Brotherwife. I am Jeff.
I'm Tyler.
We are a band that is also a game show.
Happens to have a podcast.
And we're trying to bring a little bit of our life into your world.
Our juice into your mouth. Wringing out the shorts. Wringing out the shorts. Bringing out, what was his name? What was the
I was thirsty.
He was thirsty.
I'm you. I'm representing you, the good folks at home.
Yeah,
I'm a shepherd,
proxy.
a steward.
He's a
throat proxy for the juices.
And he does offer that as a service. If you guys are ever in an instance other than this, if you're ever looking for a throat proxy, like if somebody
I'm an LTP, licensed throat proxy.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna, X, Y, and Z. You guys fill in the blank. Something bad that has to do with your throat.
Absolutely.
You can pay him and he'll step in.
Yeah, I want to have a very competitive rate because I am new to it.
He's new to it.
So I don't want to be taking any, but I don't want to be dishonest.
And the thing about throat proxies is that, it's like, it's not a saturated market, but it is not hard to get into. There's a low threshold. Basically,
absolutely.
Do you have a throat?
Low threshold, wide breadth.
Low barrier to entry, wide breadth.
Come on.
And that's one of his special niches, actually.
I've got one of the widest breadths.
He can handle about 3.5 inches.
Come on. Come on.
See, and we didn't drop any F-dogs, and yet here we are.
Yeah, here we are. But this is fine. This is like when Law and Order will show, like, the trial of, like, a woman getting gang raped, but then you can't say shit.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's 2001.
They're like, this is real. One, like, are you gonna pretend that it's not?
Right.
And this is real too. Throat proxies are real.
Throat proxies are real.
Ask GPT.
Ask GPT.
Ask GPT.
And if they're not,
they should have called it Ask GPT.
Oh, well, they probably...
Ask Jeeves, I guess.
Why even... Yeah.
Yeah,
ChatGPT is very 2024.
Is it?
I mean, I think more than
Ask GPT more 20?
I think Ask GPT... Yeah, Ask GPT is going to become, like... It's literally going to be like when because the boomers haven't really engaged with AI as much yet.
Can't believe how many people... Even in our generation, I can't believe how many people I mention it to and they haven't interacted with it.
I kind of... Even myself, like, I started a little bit and I haven't done as much as I really... Every day that goes by that I don't engage with AI, I'm, like, sad.
So maybe I haven't filled you in. I use ChatGPT, like 5 to 30 times a day. So it is, like, so integrated with my workflow, it is ridiculous.
So I was using it a decent amount, but then I don't know. I just stopped. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Did you not find it saving you a lot of time?
It was saving me some time with what I was doing, but I guess now my tasks, I don't need it as much. I mean, some of the idea iteration it helps with a little bit, but I don't know. I just don't really use it. I guess I had like a shame moment with ChatGPT. Like, I think I let somebody know that, like, I use ChatGPT, and
you
they
could see it in their eyes that they were disappointed.
Yeah, and then I kind of was just like, it's just like utilizing new technologies, and they was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, I don't know. I had like a weird shame moment. And I had I have some like sort of
let's see who's
weird
living in a
principle.
Fucking shanty town when the new world order emerges.
It's
probably gonna be them.
Yeah,
probably gonna be them.
Absolutely. I hope not. I really hope not.
Do you like the person that said it?
Yeah, it's one of my bosses.
Oh. Okay. Listen, I won't get it.
Listen, if you're living in a shanty town, I'm
gonna
take care of you. I'm like the Ninja Turtle taking care of the master rat. You know what I mean? You seen the meme? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, what is his name?
I don't know. Splinter? Not integrating. There's something to be said for.
You do need to latch on. I want to immediately take advantage of AI.
Yeah, the thing is, ChatGPT. It needs to make like an email mode. It needs to make, like, it's not that useful it's useful for ideation in emails. Basically, you always have to take the first paragraph and last paragraph and fucking twist them around. Where I find it's most useful is if you're working on a large document where you're gonna have to put in a lot of time.
Yeah.
But if you're working on a 1 to 3 paragraph email, you might as well just write the email.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have to tweak it anyways,
Absolutely.
and then you wind up taking, like, there's like in carpet cleaning we have a base price, right? And the base price is setup and set down of the machine. With ChatGPT, there's a setup and set down of the machine.
Right,
it has to
right.
be enough of a time investment to pay out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, sometimes it'll just... And the other thing is you can't, like, I've had a lot of examples where I just cannot trust it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not right. So then my faith is kind of shaken in a little bit. And so I've kind of just been waiting, I guess, a little bit. Or just, revisiting sometimes where I really need it.
It's definitely not plug and play yet. You have to modify everything.
Yeah, and you can't put...
I guess...
You can't put that out in the world because sometimes it's so steadfastly ignorant and incorrect.
Yeah.
You're just like, damn, okay.
So what I did with it, for a lot of what I did with it, is that we've been taking advantage of it to build protocols for inside of our business.
Right.
And that's where it's like, that's just something I wouldn't have done. Like, I would do it when absolutely strictly necessary, but I wouldn't have done it to the degree that we're doing it today unless ChatGPT existed. And so I think that's maybe also an area, like, what does it enable to you to do that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise?
Yeah,
and tap into
like,
that.
it's like, the thing is, like, the volume. You know, it's like, okay, now I can, like, tackle all this volume.
Yeah.
And I just kind of have to have the idea.
Yeah.
I don't need to actually be able to produce all the shit. I can steer this thing that is producing the shit for me, which is cool. So like right now with AI, it's like this. I'm about to get the newest phone that's like actually has AI integrated, so that's going to be an interesting step to see
I'm really
where
excited to see
that
how
you can
that
like
works.
circle fucking images and Google search them and shit. It has like a little AI thing that like will do text tones. It'll like reply to this message in a professional tone and shit like that. I'm just so excited to just see what integration with AI is, but. Right now, ChatGPT and all this shit, it's not actually accessible like it will be. Yeah, in 5 years.
In 5 years, humans will no longer speak to each other. It'll just be ChatGPT talking to itself, and then humans.
Yeah, no, there will be something, but there will also be a yearning for authentic. So that's interesting. I'm gonna start shitting in jars right now, and then selling it. In 6 years.
In 6 years.
I'm gonna say if this is real shit.
Real human
from
shit.
Before time when ChatGPT was just
You've got to start
an
an OnlyFans, and that way that's live streamed every.
Absolutely.
Every
I'm gonna have a countdown from 6 years, and then I'm gonna have a list of observations and a list of declarations. What's the word I'm looking for? Predictions. I'm gonna list of predictions. Lady Gaga's gonna be in Congress. That's one. Okay. Donald Trump's gonna be publicly executed. That's two. Okay. Bono's gonna die of cancer, pancreatic.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Cher's actually going to get a sex change. Cher's gonna get the oldest sex change.
Joe Biden is still going to be alive, but his consciousness will have been transferred to a 6-year-old female's body.
Okay.
And he's gonna think it's a good thing, but he's gonna get stuck in a loop where he's just petting himself all the time. Fuck, Joe Biden's in a hair loop. Bop him again.
He's gonna claw himself like a meth addict. He's gonna pet himself to death.
He's gonna pet himself to death.
He diagnosis heavy petting.
In global news,
folks, one of the things that we do here on the Brew is we bring you the news stories that you want to hear. Our leading story tonight. Well, two leading stories. A woman entered a Houston megachurch with a child and began shooting. Here's what we know, and this was a Joel Osteen megachurch, and this just happened today.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a actual.
Okay, now here's
female mass shooter.
That's a big deal. But what's really wowing me is with a goddamn child.
I know. I mean, well,
it's like
that's the beautiful thing about women. They persevere.
A lot of people don't work with their children ananymore. You know, like
absolutely.
it used to be. Like if you were a shoemaker, your son is a shoemaker.
Absolutely.
When he's 6,
he's
motherfucker.
He's cobbling.
He's
cobbling hard.
He's cobbling.
Absolutely.
He's cobbling. He's clobbering. Mm-hmm.
You're clobbering him if he's not cobbling well.
There you go.
I'm pissed.
And you're certainly not coddling.
This is your face when your son's not cobbling well. If you're a cobbler.
Don't coddle your cobbler's son, okay? Whatever you're gonna do,
it complicates his cobbling.
Yeah.
It's a common complication of cobbling.
It would almost hobble your son if you coddled him while cobbling.
A woman who walked into a popular Texas megachurch Sunday afternoon with a long gun and a young child opened fire before she was killed by law enforcement officers on scene. I loved that. A long gun and a young child. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Christine Marquise.
Maxorus.
And
you know what?
and
With a name
Lauren
like Maxorus...
Mascarenas.
Mascarenas.
These gals are having a fucking
Maxorus?
frenzy.
I feel like Maxorus is pretty attractive.
It's like a shitty
you don't, I feel like you don't
dinosaur.
have a last name like Maxorus.
Authorities are now probing
figure
the
out.
shooting at televangelist and Pastor Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church, roughly 6 miles from downtown Houston. Houston, right at the Gulf of Mexico. It gets humid down there, folks. Tensions get rising. The woman, estimated to be about 30 to 35 years old, entered the church shortly before 2 p.m. I can see doing a mass shooting
In your 30s.
in your 30s
early
right now.
30s. Yeah.
It's a demoralizing time.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
there's a lot left, but a lot's happened. I'm gonna shoot a church.
The tough thing in your 30s is you thought you already had your existential crisis.
Yeah,
You thought,
right.
20 to 25,
Yeah.
I did it.
Yes,
I'm out.
absolutely.
I understand the world's dog shit.
Yeah,
It's suffering.
It's literally fine. I've got my own values. Things are gonna be cool.
Then you hit 30 and
Things
you
just
realize
happen. Your
you
body's
had a
deteriorating. Your mind
baby.
is getting weird. Also,
Your mind is
Yeah.
getting weird.
This guy had a baby.
This guy had a baby. You
Yeah.
start thinking that maybe
I
you
had
should
other
shoot
things.
up a church. You know, it's I don't know.
The shooter died at the scene after 2 law enforcement officers intervened, and she was shot. The young child was hit during the shooting and is in the hospital in critical condition. The police chief said it is unclear who fired the shot that injured the child. CNN has reached out to the police for more information.
God, what an awful fucking situation to be in as a police officer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, we had a friend
Yeah.
that always talked about putting together a baby suit. You just go to an orphanage. Your first stop on a rampage is you go to an orphanage and you just Velcro, like,
That's a Key and Peele sketch. They did that. So I don't know the chicken or the egg, but that's a literal Key and Peele sketch.
Definitely our friend
Really?
proposed it way
Really?
before the sketch.
Was it
Yeah.
Noah?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were like 15,
Noah, if you're watching, you're one of the funniest people.
you
honestly.
got
the chops.
scalped.
We want you
Fuck.
on the brew. We want you to be a guest.
We do want you to be on the brew, and we do want you to be a guest. Laughter Hajal Marsan.
Oh, and Loto. YJH. I like that. Okay.
What's up, Loto? Hey, I feel like we've seen
YJ.
Loto before.
YJ.
Your job, you job,
You job.
yin job, as opposed to a yang job.
Yo.
Yo, Jew.
Yo. Yeah. Is that anti-Semitic?
Was that anti?
Are you? Loto. We're gonna
You're
need.
Jewish?
We're gonna need your
Question mark?
your stance in the Israel-Hamas
Conflict immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
no,
need to.
immediately.
So the H.
What is
Okay.
going-
I think
what's-
Hamas. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay.
Hamas
People.
question mark. They just missed the question marks on both of those.
Right. Yeah. Folks in the chat really popping off about the Israel Palestine conflict. The woman who accompanied by a child who Finner estimated to be 4 to 5 years old, is when she entered. At some point, she began to fire.
Christ.
2 police officers were present.
Oh, they were already there.
Yeah. So okay. Interestingly enough, the shooter used an AR-15 that had "Free Palestine"
Oh, so
written
this-
on it, and so it kind of was. But I don't.
What? Yeah.
I don't understand.
Was that just? Did they just have a
Right.
free pot? Was somebody handing out bumper stickers at the thing, and they were like, "Well, I might as well put it on the
Yeah.
gun before I go do the." I'm gonna go do this thing. I look a
Sure.
little, like,
Right,
You
right,
want to
right,
be
right.
If you're gonna go do a shooting, you want to be flossing.
Oh my
What does
gosh.
flossing mean? Is that did I use that properly?
Yeah, flossing's just like
looking
stunting.
cool.
Yeah, it's just like
Stunting.
maxing.
Okay.
You know, I don't relaxing, shooting some people outside of school.
Okay.
It's what's the cool way to? You could say like you're dripped out. You could say maybe you're dripped out.
I
think you could
really
say
like that. That's a real one.
Yeah, the drip. Well, maybe the drip is like a. It's crazy being 32 and like literally not being a part of like the young momentum of verbal usage.
Yeah.
Like cap. I'm not gonna use cap because I just don't really feel comfortable with it, but it is so fucking common, and it's just interesting when I'm
So
like,
is the no gone now? It's just cap.
what do you mean?
Like it's not no cap anymore. It's just cap.
Yeah, no cap is a relic. Yeah, cap is like the new updated.
And
form.
is it the same thing though? It means the same thing.
It's basically the people. People, if you say something that's a lie, people will be like, "That's cap," or they'll be like, "Cap." Literally, they'll just use it like
I'm
that.
just waiting for in 120 years when they add an RN on accident and they just go back to crap. You know?
Okay.
Cycles.
Sure.
In all
right.
things cycles.
Right. That was a
cycles.
wholesome. That was a joke that was half bad and half wholesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really liked what you did.
Yeah.
I really
Bill,
enjoyed
if you're
that.
watching, I hope you just started watching this very moment.
The woman also threatened a bomb. The shooter also threatened she had a bomb, but authorities searched her vehicle and backpack and found no explosives. She was spraying, quote, some type of substance on the ground. They were going to take our time to ensure that any issue and any risk was properly vetted. So yeah, she just went hard.
I mean, so standard protocol. I mean, if you look at ethics statistically,
yeah,
protocol should be you shoot the lady until she stops shooting, right? Even with a even with a 5-year-old, because you have a person that can kill 10 people, 50 people, 100 people.
Wow.
So couple notes I have. If you're going to commit a mass shooting and your goal is to kill people, a long rifle is absolutely the wrong choice.
Is that the bad one?
It's a bad one.
Is that the one where you literally have to like Elmer Fudd fucking...
Potentially.
Okay.
There are long rifles you have to do that. Like a long gun is not your like...
All right.
Is not your pick. So like I don't know if... I mean, obviously this person is mentally unstable, so they're not like sitting down and drafting up like a business plan for committing a fucking mass shooting in a mega church.
They're not using ChatGPT and they should have.
They're not...
More shooters should use ChatGPT. I'm not saying like they should, but I'm saying if you were being pragmatic, you should. I hope they don't.
So
I hope they don't.
I just it's interesting. I mean, could you shoot at the legs? Could you shoot? I mean, I guess where was the kid? Was the kid at the legs? Do you have to shoot at top mass? Like where was the kid? I imagine if you aren't holding the fucking 4-year-old, the 4-year-old is gonna be like, I'm dipping, I'm out.
Yeah, well, 4-year-old might, they might want to be in their mom in that moment. They don't know, what's going on.
I don't know. It's just, what
4-year-olds pretty much down to ride. This is normalized.
It's just like a really fucked up moment for a cop to be like...
Yeah. Fucked up moment for the kid. Hopefully the kid, because, I mean, I kind of remember shit from when I'm 4, but not really.
Yeah.
Hopefully the kid can just be like...
Well, hopefully the kid can survive. They're in critical.
Oh, critical?
Critical,
oh,
yeah.
I missed that. I was just reading.
So.
Yeah, no, that's a problem for sure. That's a problem. I mean, like, I don't want to say savvy move, but strategic move to bring the child, maybe, or she just didn't have a sitter. And that's where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this was kind of planned, or if she's like, my sitter's got COVID, believe it or not, it's still going around.
It is still going around.
It's still going around, so
we thought it was gone.
I don't know.
God damn.
In equally important news, Bob Moore, founder of Bob's Red Mill, has died.
Oh.
Yeah. So, the popular whole grains company.
Here. We're going to do one for...
Yeah, quad it out for him.
No.
Oh. Yeah, no, Bob's Mill was literally at the church. He's a popular Joel Osteen supporter. He donates. Actually, when you're buying Bob's Red Mill, you're literally funding Joel Osteen's Baptism Holy Water Fund. It's literally part of their contract. It's one of those ones that has a lot of shit on the label that you don't read. You should probably start reading that shit more.
I got a fresh.
Oh, you got a fresh one?
I got a fresh bag.
You got a fresh one?
I got a fresh bag. Okay, something. Well, that was our Diet Coke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was our Diet Coke.
Down. Hey, I got
PC's down. We're gonna pour a little out for Bob.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, I mean, rest in peace, and I fondly remember Bob, but looks absolutely like a serial rapist in his picture on the container. Like,
oh my god!
And not someone who has regrets, not somebody who's like concerned or trying to change. Somebody who has a plan and is sticking to it and gets great
up
joy.
Bob from Red Mill. It's not a pretty sight.
Let's just pull it up. If you pass that over to me for a second,
here, just go ahead.
We'll fucking get it because the people need to know. The people need to know.
Can you do it quick?
It's I can do it.
I trust you.
I trust you.
Folks, yeah, Bob from Red Mill is not looking like somebody you want to take. Oh, fuck. Well, this is, I'm pouring a little out for him. That's what I wanted, and it was an aggressive pour like Bob would have done.
Don't like what happened there, but I'm going to just, what do you do? I could hit Jeff once.
It's a Bob Red Mill.
Did you just grab one out of there
shower.
Immediately and crack it?
Well, yeah, I did. I wasn't thinking.
It's like a 3 foot.
I wasn't thinking. 3 feet? 3 feet? 2 at best. 2.5 at best.
Okay, we're gonna measure that. That's like a 2'10" drop.
No, it might be 3. It might be 3. Folks, I'm backed into a corner. I'm trying to perform for you. I need a DC
logo.
Okay?
Bob's Red Mill.
This guy still doesn't have the Bob's Red Mill pulled up, and
I can
only talk about Bob so much before I start getting the goosebumps.
Very distracted.
Before I start feeling weird in my scalp. Because Bob is a fucking psychopath.
You guys, look at that face.
And I'm glad he's dead. I'm actually glad he's dead.
Okay, it's he.
Can you zoom in? There was
we
this
can
thing
do-
where you could zoom in. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, it was doing it before. Yeah, anyway. Joel Osteen and Bob's relationship is over. Bob is dead. And he may or may not look... Yeah, there you go. Look like what it was. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
You guys, do not trustless. That is a man that deserves no trust.
Up a little bit more.
That is a man that deserves no trust.
I mean, that's it.
I literally love Bob. I literally love his muesli, though. I just
Yeah.
would not trust him with my child, spouse, friends, family.
Yeah, what's muesli?
What's
Yeah.
what?
What's
What?
muesli? Yeah, is that like a weird oatmeal?
Boy, this is Bob's.
This motherfucker made some shit the other day with hominy and pepitas, and it was really tasty. I need that recipe.
I made some more, and I got
Did
some
you?
for lunch today, and it's even better than the
Are
first
you
one.
serious?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Guys, I'm starting a cookbook.
So excited.
It's TT's taters. So like everything I love potatoes. I've always loved potatoes.
We should do a Brotherwife cookbook.
We should do a Brotherwife cookbook.
Okay.
We're doing a Brotherwife cookbook.
Okay, we're doing a Brotherwife.
We're doing a Brotherwife
okay.
cookbook. Okay, that's
okay. That's just a fan.
Just a fan.
Half are nasty, half are real.
Oh.
Half are nasty, half are real.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Like one of them could be like
tell.
yeah, but one of them could be like the Cheez-It milkshake. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it could just be crazy concoctions, and then maybe we do 12 recipes. 24. So 12 actual
12
recipes.
good, 12 bad.
Yeah, 12 crazy.
Okay, you guys had enough of that
Are you into that?
dead rapist staring you in the face. Guys, I had
R.I.P.
enough of
Bob. Hey, R.I.P. Bob.
R.I.P. Bob.
R.I.P.
No,
Bob.
seriously.
Come on.
I'm sure he was a fine man. He just had a really bad picture taken on
Yeah.
the logo day.
And he just was like, no,
How long-
I'd like to feel powerful for once.
Here, I'm gonna. Okay, here's a reading from Bob.
Okay, here we go.
Dear friends, many years ago, my wife Charlie and I stayed at a beautiful bed and breakfast in the Scottish countryside. One morning, our hostess served us the most amazing cereal. It was full of rolled grains, nuts, seeds, and dried fruit. This was my first contact with the traditional European cereal known as muesli. A quick bit of history, muesli was invented over a century ago by a Swiss doctor who was way ahead of his time when it came to understanding the health benefits of whole grains.
Okay, really quick. Graham crackers were also created by like a weird scientist doctor to stop masturbating, and like all the Kellogg's like cereals.
Wait.
Yeah, like what is it?
Wait. Can you?
Is it cornflakes or?
You got to explain a little bit more.
Just because it was a doctor doesn't mean it was good. But I've never heard of muesli. But yeah, no. I can look into this. Yeah, really quick.
Okay, yeah. He made all his patients eat muesli every day. Bob's Red Mill Old Country Style Muesli was born after that. Whether you eat it hot or cold or soaked in yogurt overnight, how I like my underages, I just know you'll enjoy this wholesome cereal. To your good health, Bob. I skipped a little bit there and I added the underage.
Bob is like somebody who's trying to. He's like a farmer right now. He's farming people to sexually violate. He wants you to be. It's like when you feed like a cow like good shit, so it'll be a better cow to eat.
Yeah,
that's what he's trying to do.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Wants a more resilient.
He's trying to make you a healthier, more resound
found
person. That way, when he violates you,
that
it's
people died too quickly. He was like, it's like if a cat could enforce somehow could really support a mouse's health so that they could play with him for 10 minutes instead of 1.
That's what Bob's doing.
That's what Bob's doing.
Bob, your sick fucking game is over.
Your sick game is over.
Yeah.
We're finally free.
Cornflakes were a part of an anti-masturbation crusade.
How?
In the 18th and 19th centuries, much of the world worked itself into a tizzy over the idea of people touching themselves. While masturbation was never favored in Judeo-Christian tradition, Victorian morality, along with the Great Awakening and other religious revivals in America, created a perfect storm for people to really get obsessed with it.
Well,
That's
the
funny.
funniest thing about crazes like this is that every motherfucker was doing it still. Everyone was masturbating
Absolutely.
while like walking down the street like, do not masturbate.
Right.
God, I'm excited to get home and just jerk
Well,
one
because
out
that
into
made
my-
it more like
into my
intense.
bear glove.
Like,
Yeah.
God, I'm so fucking bad.
Yes.
God, I'm making
Yes,
myself so fucking good
absolutely.
for being so fucking bad.
Sometimes
And
we talk
they-
about that new cum back in the Victorian era.
It was all
everyone
new
was
cum. It was all new cum. They didn't know what cum was.
They didn't know what old cum
They didn't know
was.
cum. They didn't know jizz.
They didn't know
know
old
batter.
cum.
It was crazy.
Yeah, batter.
In the young
They did know dripped out,
US, they did know dripped out. How could you go fuck
could
me
you?
up, bro? Come on. Come on, bro. I fucking like the way you do
Ouch!
shit. bro.
Ouch!
In the young U.S., United States, of course, one of the loudest anti-masturbation voices was John Harvey Kellogg, a physician and devout Seventh-day Adventist in Battle Creek, Michigan. In addition to running his successful surgery practice, Kellogg edited Good Health, the church's magazine promoting Adventist beliefs in healthy living, such as adopting a vegetarian diet, abstaining from alcohol, tobacco, and caffeine, and getting plenty of fresh air and exercise. Unfortunately, the magazine, under Kellogg's leadership, espoused eugenics and outdated anthropological notions as well. So they were big into eugenics. That's what's up.
I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm pro-eugenics, but it is interesting that this survival... probably should talk
Yeah,
about this.
in this vein, the doctor had also come to believe that sex, including masturbation, was detrimental to physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. He personally abstained from it. He and his wife kept separate bedrooms. They adopted 8 children and fostered another 34? What the fuck? He never consummated his marriage. And actually spent his honeymoon working on one of his anti-sex books. That's a man with a small dick. That's a man that can't
I mean, okay, wait a second.
can't have a comfortable time with his dick.
I mean, yes, but maybe he didn't masturbate. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's somebody out there that maybe didn't masturbate, it might have been him.
Right. And he was really, really... Okay, so...
Is
Kellogg's...
Sylvester Graham the guy that made graham crackers?
Yes, because this was like a thing.
The eponym of the graham cracker!
Yes, Kellogg's solution to all this suffering was a healthy diet. He thought that meat and certain flavorful or seasoned food actually increased the sexual desire, and that plainer food, especially cereals and nuts, could curb it.
This boy hated chocolate.
Oh yeah, he hated Indian people. He was like, their food is making people just grow hair on their knuckles.
Rutting. They're just rutting in the streets.
Imagine being racist for that reason. That's the complexities of man. An idea proposed by Sylvester Graham, a Presbyterian minister, who is the name graham crackers are named after.
Really quick, though, I just want to dive out of this and into this. You had an entirely full Diet Coke sitting right here.
Did I?
Yeah, before you cracked this one. And this is how we get we get
Yeah.
the
No.
open
Sometimes
DCs.
I'll open a DC
So
when I already have a DC.
here's your 2
Are you sure
DCs.
these are mine?
100% sure. This
Hachikuchi?
is Hachikuchi.
Okay.
This is mine right here.
All right.
And you did finish your Red Bull. I'm proud of you for that. I don't want to
you. No, it's all
Give
good.
whippings when whippings aren't due.
Oh, gee. Anyway, yeah, he was trying to make people not
so,
fuck, so.
they believed that wheats...
No, they were like zesty, spicy foods make you horny. So, cornflakes and graham crackers were literally...
That's just really
and graham
sad. They're
crackers
like,
are so delicious.
not only can you not jerk off, not only should you not fuck, but also eat fucking sludge.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, have you guys
Eat
ever eaten
sludge
an
and
old
work
bowl?
in the assembly line factory
Yeah.
for 12 hours.
Absolutely.
Every single day.
And what do you do in the assembly line? You make the sludge that you,
make the-
eat. You make Soylent Green's people!
I never watched that.
You never watched
I
that?
never watched that. Do you want to take this
I
one?
appreciated that my dad. Yes, I would love to. I would love to read this one.
Folks, crowd sets Waymo self-driving vehicle ablaze in San Francisco.
Yeah.
February 11th, Reuters, a crowd vandalized and set fire to a Waymo self-driving car using a firework in San Francisco on Saturday. The Alphabet-owned Google company and authorities said, marking the most destructive attack so far on driverless vehicles in the U.S. Almost sounds like they're a fucking protected class. You know?
So it's kind of crazy because I've got some more context to this, but I'll refrain until.
Okay. I mean, context away.
Well, okay. So last night was the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the San Francisco 49ers actually lost in a really close game. So people in San Francisco are basically rioting in the streets, and from what it sounds like is they took it upon themselves to crowd around and murder a self-driving car. Like they're
yeah.
like they're literally murdering a self-driving car for existing. And it's pretty funny because
Oh yeah, so they're just
like, fuck the Chiefs. And they're just murdering and setting ablaze this poor innocent help. They should be.
This is what
protected
happens.
class.
This is what happens
This
when
is
you
like-
lose a football game.
Yeah, no.
See, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl yesterday. I didn't even realize it was a Super Bowl until like I saw a bunch of chat messages at like 9 p.m. But yeah, people get real worked up about their sports.
It's
People
true.
get real worked up
It's
about
true.
their sports. How did you feel about the game?
I didn't really care about other teams, so I was just like, pretty good game, but I would have slightly preferred San Francisco to win because the
Okay.
Chiefs is
Did they win last year?
they won last year and they've won like 3 out of 5, so it's just kind of this is like
Getting old.
It's getting old. Yeah.
Somebody's got to. We need a new. We need a new gun.
A new
We need
paradigm.
young gun.
They're
We
the
need a new
dynasty,
paradigm.
you know. They're the new Patriots.
Okay.
That means nothing to you, maybe.
I mean, I remember,
You remember the
hearing
Patriots?
people, you know, get out of the society.
Can you name 5 football players?
Marshawn Lynch.
Good. Okay, good. Come on, baby. You got this. You got this.
Rudy.
I will take Rudy if you can only get 4. Rudy's a back burner pinky.
Okay, Rudy's a back burner.
Yeah.
Pinky.
You'll get Rudy if you get 4 more.
I think I might be tapped out.
No, dude. You know this. You can't do 5 football players all time.
Oh, God, that's really good at passing. Is that Marshawn Lynch? Is Marshawn Lynch a really he passes a lot? He's a good passer? Or is he a
he's a
running back?
runner.
He's a runner.
Yeah, he's a runner.
I
Yeah,
know
that's
a good.
it?
I know a good guy that throws, but I can't
Yeah?
remember his name.
Okay. Damn.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right,
I've seen like an accumulative 160 minutes of football in my entire life, and
Okay.
the only time I ever enjoyed it is if I was pretty polished up on whiskey, and I didn't really enjoy it. I just liked the whiskey a lot.
Yeah.
So-
But you like games.
I like games that I play.
Okay. You
I
don't
like playing games. I
right.
don't like watching
You
people play games.
okay? Did you when you grew up? Did your dad play video games? Yeah. Okay. So I watched my dad play video games, and I think a lot of people did, and I think that's why a lot of people like to watch video games. Maybe not because they watch their dad, so to speak, but it's like people like watching games.
Yeah. No, I've seen.
Yeah.
I've seen.
But you like playing games.
Yeah, I don't like watching games at all. The only time I like watching games is if I'm trying to learn how to play a game better. So, like, I did watch some League of Legends. I watched, like, Worlds
study.
and to study, exactly.
Yeah.
I
The
really
fandom
enjoy...
does nothing for you. The lore, the
Nothing.
storylines.
No, not at all. Hyper-competitiveness. I love hyper-competitiveness.
But you need to be part of it.
I need to be part of it, and it needs to be, like, a personal growth journey. Like, I need
Sure.
everything to be moving towards a goal. Like, I have a very goal-oriented reward system wired into my brain, I think. And so, like, I get dopamine when I feel like I'm progressing towards this thing. And I think also I got kind of a cheat code. Like, I did work really hard on the business, but, like, in some other ways, we also, like, kind of stumbled into success. Like, when we took on our first commercial client, it was like, I was trying out a new advertising thing. I was like, I guess we could do some commercial. Like, why not? But it's like...
You didn't realize
it's like,
that was the real way to go.
Yeah,
But
this-
that's kind of how you figure things out. Like,
Yeah,
you just,
sure.
like, keep...
experimenting.
Yeah,
keep
and then you're like,
digging.
oh, shit, okay, I'm going to do this. a
That's
little bit,
actually
and then-
the whole, like, I got an email from my my business consultant today that was about the football game last night. He does this all the time, and I know he's got to use GPT for this stuff. Yeah, I could read it really quick. It's like 4 paragraphs or
All right,
something.
yeah, read it.
Hope you're all buzzing as much as I am after the super... Actually, let me try and put on my Don voice. Hey, Tyler. No, that's not my Don voice. Don, if you're watching, I love you. You're amazing.
That's a disparaging voice.
That
That
is
sounds
a
like a used car salesman.
I can't do a Don voice.
Okay.
I'll have to work on it.
Can
Hope you're
I
all-
do a Don voice?
Sure, yeah, you do a Don
Alright, I'm
voice.
gonna
You want
do
to do a Don voice and read it? You want to do an
Alright.
ASMR Don voice? Don't put your foot down. There's Diet Coke everywhere.
Oh, okay, thank you.
We're in a pit of filth right now, folks. Absolute pit of fucking filth.
Hey, Tyler. Hope you're all buzzing as much as I am after the Super Bowl. Whether you were cheering from the couch or just got the highlights, you've got to admit, it was a nail biter.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but it's working for me.
Our champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, pulled off an incredible come from behind a win against the San Francisco 49ers in overtime, finishing 25-22. Talk about your edge of the seat stuff. Now, here's a little nugget that might have flown under your radar. The game-winning score, it was a replay. A move from Tom and Jerry that we saw last year when the Chiefs outplayed the Eagles. This very play is danced into the end zone 3 times across 2 Super Bowls, clinching victory twice. If that doesn't scream, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I don't know what does. So listen here, why are we talking about a football play? Because, my friends, it's all about the system. The Chiefs' success with Tom and Jerry isn't just a cool piece of trivia. It's a lesson in consistency. It's sticking with what works. In our business world, the temptation to chase...
You're turning into the mega church leader.
I'm turning into like a Southern lawyer.
Yeah, Southern lawyer. You had something really sexual in the beginning that I enjoyed, but now you're turning into like... It's still sexual, but it's a very aggressive, bad kind of sexual.
It's a sexual
it's like, you're gonna fuck me and like it! Damn it, Janet!
The temptation to chase the next shiny thing is real. New ideas,
temptation.
new courses, new strategies, they all promise the moon. But here's the deal. Finding your Tom and Jerry, your proven play, and running it with all you got, that's where the magic happens.
I hope this is Dawn commenting.
Systems matter. They're the playbook for your success. Once you've nailed down that works for you, it's about repetition, refinement, and commitment.
What's up, Ricardo?
Jumping from one idea to the next, hoping something will stick, is like throwing a Hail Mary in every play. Exciting, sure. Not a strategy for winning. Find your system, your Tom and Jerry, and give it everything you've got. It's not about being flashy or consistently reinventing the wheel. It's about consistency, reliability, and trust in your game plan. The Accountability Now team. P.S. The Coaching Leadership Plus is awesome. Last week, we discussed one of the most important aspects of leadership. What is the difference between a leader and a manager? This week, it's about how to show up and make decisions. Accountability Now, 2154 Thornhill.
Wait. No, but I actually
that's honestly that.
I actually really appreciate
As a guy that knows football, great analogy.
Yeah.
The Hail Mary
He's great with his analogies, and it just it felt like he sends these to like all of his clients in coaching and consulting, but it felt like it was like handwritten for me because like in my business, like
that's awesome.
like I. You know, we got the commercial cleaning, we hammered it out, and it went really well. And then we started doing, like, resort and hotel, and we hammered it out, and it was doing really well. And then I decided to start a general contracting business. And I decided to roll out carpet cleaning. And, like, general contracting has been slow, and the carpet cleaning has been a literal nightmare.
Yeah.
And there's just a point where it's like, if you've got something that works, now you've got to build all these systems. And it really is something with my brain shape where, like, I don't enjoy playing a game if it's not hard anymore. I don't enjoy, and so like
I don't think that's what it is. Like I mean, if you have a point, go ahead. But
it's just in video games I do this. Like if if I get too far ahead in a game and like my characters too, and it's just I just am winning, I literally just quit playing the game. It's not enjoyable anymore when the difficulty gets too low. And there's also another part where I love learning new things, and there's a lot of like rewards mentally, like dopamine that comes with that, and so like it's really easy for me to be like, okay, I understand this a little too well. This is going to be way more rewarding, but not consciously, just like you know. So I don't know. It's just that struck a pretty serious chord with me where I was like, yeah, fuck. Like I can't stick with my Tom and Jerry.
100%.
So
I think what he nailed down is exactly like it was just kind of like a small little thing, but it's like the Hail Mary. It's exciting. Yes, it's exciting. Like every single time, I'm like, oh my god, maybe it's this. And I think that's the problem. Is like you're kind of addicted to Hail Marys. Like you like the new, the novel, once you've kind of like fleshed out the like ceiling or like opportunity within something, you're kind of like, I'm good with like 80%. I don't need to get to that 20. I'm like, this is like not giving me energy anymore because it's like it's not giving me energy anymore.
Yeah.
I think you are like needing that, like your that's why you're so good at sales and things like that, because you're able to like kind of like go to these different realms, but then like management is where you're like not as good because you're like, I can't.
Every sale is a new sale. Every sale is
exactly.
a new sale.
Management is just like the same monotonous shit, and so it's you.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Management is so.
But that's why you have
slog.
a team, right? That's the analogy about football. It's like that's why you have skill players. That's why you have an entire arsenal of people around you that are dedicated to one specific task, and then synergy.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. And for a lot of time, you were doing a lot of it by yourself, but now you started to continue to flesh things out.
But I think, how do we extrapolate that out to people? Like, I think looking at your skills really seriously as both like personal reward mechanisms and as financial reward mechanisms is like super fucking important. Like, if you have a passion that with not too much, and especially when you look at our lifespans, like if you look at like, oh god, that's gonna take like a week to figure out, or that's gonna take a month to figure out, like, bitch, unless you're 90, like, do it. Dig that well now. Like, if you have a natural Tom and Jerry, and it gives you some fucking dopamine, it gives you some rewards, like, let's use that. Let's use that shit.
I think it's just hard to find that natural Tom and Jerry, or it's hard to find the wherewithal. Well, I mean, I don't know. I just was thinking about like what are you talking about in Tom and Jerry? I would took Tom and Jerry there as like you're trying to talk about like something that excites you, that gives you more energy than takes.
Well, okay. Who's your buddy that does the murals?
Jesse.
Shout out Jesse. Fucking love everything you ever post. That picture of the head extrapolated out, the picture of the clubhouse, like all that shit is so fucking cool. Guy. And I just love, what's his profession? Was his primary profession?
He worked in accounting.
He worked in accounting.
For
accountant
for hotels and stuff.
And then he started rolling out these murals, and murals. Is it pronounced murals?
Murals. Yeah, it's hard though, because then once that becomes your obligation, once that becomes your work,
eats up some.
It does eat up some of your goo juice. Like there is some sort of like catharsis. It's almost the saddest thing. It's like if you're able to have something that lets you go into a flow state, and then that becomes your unsafe place. Like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
It cuts both ways, unfortunately.
Definitely. We've got Some Goner in the chat now. What's up, Some Goner?
Yo.
He's not a sober doper.
What's a natural Tom and Jerry? Oh, we were talking about his business coach put together a analogy in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs won on a play that they've done a shit ton called the Tom and Jerry, and it's their bread and butter. They just run this play. For some reason, defenses
wins
don't
them
know.
Super Bowls.
It wins them a bunch of games and shit. Yeah, Super Bowls. And Don, his business coach, was saying, hey, focus on your Tom and Jerry instead of trying to do a Hail Mary every single fucking time. So in your life, if you have a natural thing that you're good at, that you can be deriving joy and be good at, try doing that little thing, even if it's a little incremental growth rather than a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be more successful.
With Jesse, he's probably done it, but I feel like he probably started that process a long time ago and started engaging with it, and maybe not
Jesse's
with,
been doing art forever. I really like his progression. It's really cool.
It is so cool.
He used to like cut out like checkerboards and like draw monsters on checkerboards and shit.
Oh,
and
that's
do a bunch
sick.
He did a lot of like real. He's always, what I like about him, he's always done a lot of like tactile, like tangible shit, and then he's done like digital stuff too. So it's cool.
Yeah. No, multimedia is so cool, but it's so tricky. I've been thinking about getting back into sculpting. Sculpting is so much fun. Yeah. But I've been thinking about, all my like line drawings that have like tentacles and like weird wild shit on them. Mm-hmm. I think I want to just start, because I always see like sculptor, like a lot of people that are successful, they make one thing over and over and over.
I'm just imagining a sketch where a guy gets into sculpting and then he just sculpts his friend's wife's vagina. It's like, no, it's like, I'm really happy for you, bro. Like, what have you been working on? Oh, I'm glad you asked.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And he's like,
You can make real things. That's the weird part.
No,
You
it's
can make-
crazy. This is
it's
my
like-
rendition. I've made one for all your wives.
I've made one for all your wives. I've made one for all of your wives. Yeah. No, I want to do tentacles. Interestingly enough, I want to do tentacles. I want to do tentacles that have
This
like a
guy's
weighted
into
base.
tentacle porn, the eel milk shit.
I'm not into it, but I have
just
seen
acknowledges
it.
that
I just
it
acknowledge
exists.
that it exists. Not a lot of people know about eel milk porn, okay?
Not enough people.
Not enough people know about eel milk porn. There's a type of pornography where they...
I think we can put it together.
Okay.
Eel milk.
I mean, what do you...
Imagine...
Comment below what you think
think
eel milk porn is.
Imagine eating eel milk cornflakes.
Oh.
What the heck?
Wow. that
Cornflakes,
is,
if you don't know, we're supposed
Kellogg
to
would
be
be
an abstinent
rolling
cereal.
over in his grave.
Motherfucker. Did I fuck you up? Sorry, were you saying something?
Oh.
Did we read this whole thing?
No, we just read the first little bit, but fuck it. They burned
Okay.
down a
They
self-driving
burned down a
car.
self-driving
We're going to
car.
have to make self-driving cars a protected
Class, yeah. Person jumped on the hood, went wild. It ended up being in flames. There was fireworks set off inside the vehicle. They literally murdered a car.
They murdered a self-driving
like
car.
this is the first like autonomous murder. Like I don't know. This is pretty
Sure.
funny. I don't know. Pretty funny
I'm
stuff.
excited, man. Somebody's gonna be a car someday. You know, isn't that wild?
Absolutely.
Isn't that
Absolutely.
wild? Somebody's gonna be a goddamn car someday.
It really is wild. Okay.
We got a couple comments.
We got a couple
Yeah,
comments.
I'll steal another one if you're okay
Yeah,
with that.
please.
Because
Eel yolk. That sounds fucking nasty. No, it's a eel milk.
Yeah,
Eel
no,
milk.
way better.
Yeah,
than
way
eel
better.
yolk.
Yeah, eel yolk. That's gross.
That's gross.
I would
But
hate
eel
to
milk. Eel
even
milk.
surmise
check
what
it
that
out.
is.
Check it out if you're trying to have a fun Monday.
Yeah, no, eel milk.
Monday fun.
That
day.
is a real thing though. Eel milk porn.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. They are pushing the envelope
Damn.
these days. Folks.
I don't like it when you see one of those like animated videos. You're like doing your business and then you see like an animated video and it's like a gorgon like fucking a goddamn
I'm fine
tiny
with
little
that.
princess.
I'm fine with that.
You will watch the gorgon?
Yeah, the animated stuff. Yeah, why would
I just
that doesn't work.
I mean the whole thing is it's so grotesque.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
it's so-
all you what is it? All you like is football and football. You know. I'm sorry.
Listen, I don't.
That
This,
one-
this guy wants.
He doesn't
to,
like that one. I should stop
he
bringing
wants
that
to hurt
back up.
me. I don't know. He wants to hurt me, for some reason.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's
Okay. Man dies mid. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt.
No,
him.
it's
I
all
don't
good.
want
It's
to
all
hurt. I
good.
wasn't that. I'm just
Hey,
trying.
no,
to...
that's fine. That's fine. Hey,
He's
we-
gonna beat my ass after
no,
this.
we
brew.
we all criticize each other. You know.
we all
For
do.
you know, you are just the hurtful friend. That's one of your criticisms.
There we go. See? It's a two-way street, folks. Man dies mid-flight after breaking out in cold sweats and losing liters of blood, scaring his fellow passengers. Poor passengers.
Okay, really quick. Sorry to jump in here, but did you know that an Alaska airline flight like a month ago, like the fucking door flew off?
Just out of nowhere.
Yes, the door flew off. It was an emergency row, or I think it wasn't an emergency row, and luckily there weren't people sitting there. But the door flew off, and then Alaska Airlines is like, "We're gonna give you guys all $15K. All right, we're sorry that happened. Nobody got hurt or killed or injured. We're gonna give you $15K. Would you take the 15, or would you want to double that and go 30? I'd say double it, go 30 for me personally.
For me, if I was like, more than 10 feet away from the door, I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wasn't my door.
Yeah, not my
Wasn't
door,
my
not
door,
my problem.
not my door, not my problem. But
Like,
if I was like in the row or in an adjacent row, I would
Yeah.
be like, I would like several $100,000.
Yeah.
I wouldn't double for 30.
Yeah.
I would pony up and
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's
Right.
the one thing. Rich get richer, poor get poor. It's like if you have money for an attorney for something like that, by all means, take your money. Take
Right,
your money, get a
right.
little richer.
Absolutely.
But if you're destitute,
Yeah.
you're just kind of you're like, I guess 15K,
I guess
is
15K, yeah.
the kind of the top of my line.
Right.
Maybe I can take that 15K, save it, and then try and be in another flight that gets its door torn off, and then afford the lawyer to get the 300K. But now we're talking about
You
long-term planning.
You start finding out that specific plane. You're like,
Yeah.
you start only taking the
Only
flights of
taking
that.
the one. Yeah. You get a job at Alaska Airlines and fuck up every door you
Right,
can.
yeah, absolutely. And you fly on standby. God damn.
So yeah, no, that's wild. That would be pretty exciting, honestly.
Yeah.
As long as you're not in the row. Again, as long as you're not in the row.
Yeah.
As long as you're not in
You're
the
not
row.
in the row.
If you're
What's
in
the
the row,
problem?
that's a little too scary for my taste
Yeah.
for like a joyride. But like if even the row,
I would like to be the row behind so I can see it. The row ahead is a little more. You're like, I'm not taking a nap this flight. I am not taking a nap this flight.
And that's kind of what I was gonna get at. Is like with the with the flight here. You know that the first like 20.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting that for you.
Okay.
I'm getting that for you.
Okay.
Jesus,
You're a good man. You're a good man,
you.
Charlie Brown. Were you getting it for me?
Hot Chikucha, I was getting it for you.
Okay. Oh,
yes,
wait, it's gonna
I saw you do a move. No, it's not gonna explode anymore. It's good. It's good. It's not gonna explode anymore. Show the good people. Show the good people.
Fuck you.
No, show the good people.
Okay, it didn't explode anymore.
Yes, it's been like 20 minutes. A little tiny bubble up. And that's a gift. That's like a little Diet Coke pre-cum.
It is like a little Diet Coke become, isn't it?
But when you're... Okay, so they ripped the door off like mid-flight, right?
Yeah.
30 minutes, for the first 30 minutes, you're terrified.
Yeah.
But after 30 minutes, it's normalized.
Your kid's watching SpongeBob SquarePants again.
Exactly.
You're reading the in-flight
You're literally eating
menu. Yeah. Yeah, no,
That's what I like to think.
it's beautiful. Like humans can endure
Weird jabs.
anything as long as it doesn't kill. You know, it's like you adjust.
Absolutely.
I think we've talked about that before as well. Like as a Holocaust survivor, like the first week in a concentration camp, you're like, oh my god,
This is fucked.
And
then
like 6 months in, you're
like
just
gambling.
playing chess.
Yeah, you have
gambling.
like
Exactly.
an economy.
Yeah, you're making like banana wine,
Right.
In a fucking.
We're like,
in a
it was the
fucking-
best of times, it was the worst of times, baby.
It was the worst of times. Yeah, I don't know. It's great. Like, and you.
I
see
wish
that
I was
too.
in a Holocaust.
No, that's like me being like, it'd be kind of fun to go to prison.
Right.
You know?
Well, no, I mean, what you're saying is we need community. And I don't think you're wrong.
Oh, hi, Tyler Smiley, founder
Communal-
of Prison Community.
Yeah.
I couldn't get very creative with a name, but it's a fun idea.
Right. Criminal commune.
I love criminal commune.
Detained.
The nonprofit is called. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't even.
Yeah.
Never mind. There's no
Yeah.
nonprofit.
There's no nonprofit.
There's no nonprofit. My name is
Detaining and retraining
Detaining and
and
Retraining.
creating.
Dude, wouldn't you love to have the kind of money? I mean, I always love how all the hype around Mr. Beast, but his whole thing is just demeaning the fuck out of humans
For money.
to make them
give 'em-
crawl towards, $500,000 or $1 million.
Yeah.
It's actually like
It's a little
extremely
wild.
disrespectful.
Well, I remember watching one where he like gave 300 people like sight, and it was like he gave 300 people sight.
See, the thing is, you can't flip him shit for
Yeah,
that.
he like cured blindness for like. But again, with the adaptation, I was just thinking, but like person like 207, he's like, oh yeah, no, I'm Miracle. Yeah, absolutely.
American
no,
guy.
fuck,
Oh yeah, it's so sweet.
Oh yeah, change your life.
You want to
yeah,
give me a
yeah,
blowjob?
yeah,
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you.
Right,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Here's a jar of my cum. Get
Right.
the fuck out of here. You fucking eyed. You fucking
bitch. Eye heathen.
You fucking eye.
You didn't even have. I gave you sight.
Yeah, no. Well, and that's.
And I'll
the
take
thing.
it away, bitch. I'll take it away.
That's like with being like a king too. Like being
Right.
a king like 1,000 years ago. Like, the thing is, you're born as a prince probably. You
Yeah.
know, you're born as a prince. You can fuck whoever you want. You can kill whoever you want.
Then you're the king. You're like, okay, same thing, but just a little different
and
flavor.
that's where I think empires come in. You know, that's where I think like you're like, okay, I'm the king of.
You mean like 988 to 300
Empire.
today,
That's a really good jingle.
right?
Yeah, I don't remember it though, so it's actually not that good of a jingle.
Okay.
Does it stick in your head?
It brought me back right
brought
now
you
when you
back,
said
yeah.
Empire. One of the
Why
things we
buy
do
your
here,
mattress anywhere else? Sing.
not as soulful though. You did that really soulful.
Me?
That was like Billy Joel doing it.
Yeah. Why buy a mattress anywhere else? Ding.
Okay, I like that.
You want to give it a go?
I'm trying to think of a
What
person.
style?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking Randy Newman initially.
Oh, okay.
Why buy a mattress anywhere else?
Okay. Yeah, I like that. a lot. I
Kinda,
like that a lot.
something.
I wish I knew how Steven Tyler.
Why buy a mattress anywhere? You know, something like that. Well, Steven Tyler.
Why buy a mattress anywhere else? Ding.
That's a good meatwad
Thank
mattress.
you, thank
Okay,
you.
what about an Indian man?
What are you? I have to get into. I have to.
What are you doing about
What are
buying
you-
a mattress anywhere
What are you
else?
doing about? What are you? Shit.
What are you doing about buying a mattress anywhere?
Fuck you, you ebony motherfuckers. Okay. Why buy a mattress anywhere else? Ding.
Well,
And you know,
I just like the translation as in, what are you doing about buying a mattress?
what are
anywhere?
you doing about buying a mattress right here?
One of the things we do here is we try to create jingles.
We do try and
And
create
we
jingles.
try to make them progressively more racist.
Yeah. What's the...
Hey man, why you gonna be buttoned?
What's Steven Tyler's? What's Steven Tyler's jingle? I can't get
I
his
tried to do
face
it.
out of my
I
head.
tried to do it.
Well, no, but what's his personal brand jingle?
Steven Tyler?
Yeah.
Well,
The
only thing you know about
15-year-old.
No. He had parents sign their child off to him to go on tours.
So he was
Steven
banging.
or
15-year-old.
Seinfeld was banging a 17-year-old, and he was like 38.
But and Steven Tyler. But they, I mean, okay. Why were they signing their children off to go on tours with Steven Tyler? Was he doing homeschooling out of the goodness of his heart in order to, like? Who is Steven Tyler again?
Parents signed off.
What he was with he's a band, right? What band?
Which band do you think?
I have no idea.
Which band? Come on. She was 16. Yeah, she was 16. Julia Holcomb.
Jesus Christ. He doesn't look like a
Jesus.
fucking human, man.
No, he really does look
Did he
like
have surgery? Like his mouth.
He must have.
He's like his like great grandfather was a fucking guppy fish, like a sucker fish or something. That fucking mouth could eat an entire fucking like spaghetti squash in one bite.
Absolutely. It is a problem.
Can his throat distend as well? Does he have the throat distension? Can you get that installed now? Is that a modular install pack? Fucking A, that guy's stuck in my head.
Yeah. Tyler said her parents fell in love with me, signed a paper over for me to have custody so I wouldn't get arrested if I took her out of state. I took her on tour with me. Imagine just being 16 and being on a rape tour. You're getting raped in 13 different states across 16 days.
So
Like, I'm sorry, but that's literally what happened. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's fucked.
when was this?
In the 70s.
In the
And in the 70s,
Aerosmith.
so much shit was happening like this. I mean, even the Beatles. She was just 17. If you know what I mean. Meaning
You
I
don't
want
need to know-
I want to assault her sexually.
You don't need
That's
to
what
know.
the-
She was just 17 is a factual statement.
Yeah.
There's no knowing
There's
what
no
you
way-
mean
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Well, that. It leaves to the mystery, and it's not that deep of a mystery.
It's not that deep of a mystery.
He wants to violate her sexually. But, folks, that's what it was about, in the 70s.
That's what it was
In the
all
70s.
about. They knew their time was ticking on cell phones. They knew the time was ticking on cell phones.
Tyler also allegedly bought Holcomb her own plane ticket to his next Aerosmith show in Seattle since she was a minor and could not legally travel with him across state lines. So I guess what happened here? Did they not? Yeah.
So he adopted her.
Holcomb's mother said Tyler did not meaningfully follow through on promises and instead continued to travel with, assault, and provide alcohol and drugs to the plaintiff. I mean, don't act like you're a victim here, the mom.
Yeah.
The mom is a stupid bitch, for
Yeah,
sure. Like, what the fuck
absolutely.
do you think is happening?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Did they pay them money? Did Steven Tyler pay them a bunch of money?
I gotta think there's some money being involved.
I mean, and you think about how it used to be. Like, at least it had to be, like, kind of like... It used to literally just be like, yeah, I don't know, like 16 cows and, like, you know, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
16 cows, yeah.
Right,
Maybe
right,
15,
right, right.
I don't know. She stubbed her toe the other day. 15 cows. She was in a horrible carriage accident. 12 cows.
Okay, if Steven Tyler had a jingle for his, his thoughts, he'd be like, just why... I can't... Because, like, why buy matches anywhere else? It's like, why travel at risk anymore?
Adopt.
Why travel at risk? Why buy a mattress? Because he's trying to,
Yeah. Anywhere else.
Anywhere.
Why travel at risk?
Who cares of her health?
Who cares?
Who cares about her health? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why travel at risk? Who cares about her health?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's good. I'm just saying that would be his jingle
that
in
would
the
be,
form
that's
of.
a possible. That's one
It's
that they
not
would
good.
pitch when they were writing
Yeah.
the jingles.
What's another one they would pitch?
What's another one they would pitch? I mean, like, something about like how no problem is unsolvable, and how you just adopt them instead
Okay.
of instead of
Okay.
running the risk of having issues come up. So like no problem too big for Steven Tyler. He digs 16-year-old kids, but he adopts them instead. Ding! Something like that.
Okay.
It's a long
Okay.
jingle. I'm not gonna say it's not a long jingle,
I was
but
gonna say no. That's one of your shorter jingles.
that
Usually
is-
your jingles are
just
like
songs. They're just songs. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know that. I know
Okay, so I like that. That's like you're watching daytime TV and it's like in the middle of the
Yeah,
Price
it's
is
almost
Right.
like an intro to the Steven Tyler show.
There is when you. Yeah, it's almost like call this
can
number
adopt-
to get the same coverage Steven Tyler.
Exactly.
He's a proponent. He's offering a service.
And then
He's like, here's
probably,
how I did it.
Like she was 16,
If you know what I mean.
if you know what I mean. Yeah. So something about 16.
Riffing off the Beatles song.
Riffing
there,
off
if
of the
If you're
Beatles
just
song.
joining, because the Beatles like to fuck kids too.
Yeah, that's
Everybody was fucking kids.
And then you've got Epstein Island, and you're just like, okay, this is just.
And
where
then
we're-
you've got like.
it's just where we're at today.
Well, and even like Plato. Who was Socrates?
Yeah.
Diddlin' boys.
Yeah, all the. I mean,
Everybody is just like,
some
what
of
is
the most
that?
amazing wars. The entire what is it called? Sparta. All the Spartans were just.
It's just about power.
It was like they were just
It's
running
about
amok.
power.
They were running amok. They were. It's like you get the 13-year-olds in training. And
Were
you just-
they?
Yeah, they
the
were.
Spartans
Yeah.
were getting fucked too.
Yeah, they were banging their kids. They were banging their
Jesus.
kids a bunch.
Wait,
What happened
wait.
is a guy. It was they were banging. They were doing some gay banging.
I would love to just see I want to see this, but like I hope there's like a group sex 300 gay orgy parody
my
out
God!
there. This
Oh my God,
is Sparta, and he's just throat fucking another
Yeah,
fellow Spartan.
exactly.
You know, I
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
that
yeah,
how
yeah.
again, folks.
So
These things should just exist.
these things, and I mean, the number 300 is where you start running into logistical issues.
Yes. 300?
300.
300?
and then just rolling with that cum dread.
Come.
Can you imagine if there was a psychological disorder?
Well, and there's Judge Dredd, cum dread.
cum dread.
So he's
okay,
your trial, trial jury,
judge, jury,
and cum executioner.
Cumsecutioner.
Cumsecutioner.
Cumsecutioner. But no, like I used to actually have something called coital migraines. You were talking about cum dread.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I had twice now in my life. I've had coital migraines. Coitus is banging.
Yeah.
But coital migraines, it's not just when you bang. It's whenever you come, you get a horrific migraine.
Damn, that sounds horrible.
And both times it lasted about a month.
Wait, you came and had a month-long migraine?
No, I one
You
time
just-
I powered through. It started happening, and I would
And
be
you're like,
like,
"No.
Okay, I would,
No.
we would either have some sex or just gonna
Yeah.
jerk off or something,
Yeah.
and then I would start to get a migraine, and it would hurt so much that I couldn't do it. But towards the end of it, I was like, I need to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to come.
I
So I
don't
went
care
for
about
it.
this head. I need this head.
And the normal ones, the like warning migraines would last, like a couple hours one day. But the one where I powered through and was like, this has to happen, 3-day migraine. Had to call out of work. I was like dead in the water. And so it was
I
like,
come
you
too
do
hard,
not
boss.
need to come. You do not need to come. No, and that's the funny thing. I'm calling in like, yeah, I got migraine. Can't say the other part.
Right,
Can't say the
yeah,
other
yeah.
part. Like, that's...
Like, yeah, I come to big fat load, and my head just won't stop hurting.
Oh, my God. Brandon Dryden.
A hole's a hole.
A hole's a
Comfort.
hole.
Yes, sir.
Oh, comfort. Yeah.
Comfort. Yeah.
Comfort.
Brandon
Comfort.
Dryden coming in hot. Two
A
weeks
fort
in a
made
row.
of dried cum.
2 episodes in a row.
Actually,
Yeah.
I have to remember my zins now. I'm making a log cabin of shame. I'm going to use all my zins to make a log cabin. They dry out and they get really hard. So Allison actually, it was really funny. She like came to me and she was like, "Hey, I had an idea."
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's been like thinking about it for a little while, and
That's really
I'm
funny.
gonna make you a little log cabin base. She made me the base. It's right over there. So it's
She's
Tyler's-
made it for you?
TT's log cabin of shame.
She's
yeah.
making it.
TT's Zin cabin of shame. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Good
That's-
wife.
a modern love story.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Huh. That was weird.
Yeah, that was really weird.
kind of nice too, though.
Yeah, I felt like that was like we
Kinda
just got
nice too,
hacked
though.
by the Russians.
Oh, maybe we did.
Yeah,
that would be
I
really.
know.
That would be cool.
Get me.
They know how to party. Russians and Australians, folks.
Yeah?
They know how to party. I'll tell you what.
Goddamn.
I've partied with some Australians when I was
What happened?
on tour.
Australians like to travel. Tell
They
you
love
what.
to travel, and they love to travel in groups, and they just know how to drink, man. They
Yeah,
know how to drink, and they
do.
know how to drug. Like
Yeah.
all of them.
They know how to drink. They know how to drive afterwards.
They know how to. They do know how to drink, and they do know how to drink.
There was a kangaroo that got loose in a Florida apartment complex. That was almost one of the news stories.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would love to kick it with a kangaroo.
I hear they're fucking vermin. They're like they're rodents over there. They hate
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Like these roos are everywhere. But what'd you do with the Aussies?
Just got really drunk a lot.
Yeah.
And just got really drunk a lot,
Okay.
and then like they.
So
with
maybe
my-
they're not that cool.
Well, no, they're pretty cool. We got pretty drunk and we played music until like 4 a.m. a bunch, and
Okay.
like they fucking love
Okay,
me
again,
because,
don't sound that cool.
No. Okay, for me it was
That's
really
cool when you're 23.
I was a traveling musician, and like,
Right.
so there were like a couple places that I made like really close friends with, like
Right.
weird groups. Like there were a bunch of Iranian men that just would give me like a half gram of hash every night I played music for them.
How nice is that?
It was
The world is a beautiful place when you're young.
The
you
world
know?
is a beautiful place.
When you're 25 and you're just like, damn,
yeah,
it's all really
world's
happening.
my oyster.
Yeah.
And then you're like 31, and you're like, I'm
like-
trapped.
Yeah, some bad things happen between 25 and
spiritually.
32.
Some bad things happen between 25 and 32.
But good things, you know? Good things too.
Good things too.
You know?
You're setting up the foundation for the rest of your life. Find your Tom and Jerry.
You're setting up the foundation of your suicide letter.
Yeah,
You've got the
foundation.
You've got the
for
main
your-
3 paragraphs. You're working on an intro. You're working on a close, and ChatGPT can't do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, building the foundation. You're actively building the foundation of your what do you call like a thing that you gallows.
Was that like the Dropbox? For where
Yeah,
you get
exactly.
The gallows?
Yeah. I was gonna say like
Yeah.
lynch box, but I think
Yeah.
lynch is a pretty charged word.
I think you can say Lynchbox.
Yeah, lynch box.
How about Lynchbox for the clothing company?
Lynchbox 20.
Lynchbox 20.
A very ancient
Okay, really.
yet modern twist on a 90s.
Can I say what I
hit
wanted? What we were singing before?
Probably not. Probably not. If we were singing it before the show started, you probably can't sing it, bro. Probably not.
We like to do parodies, and there's one
no,
that I think.
no. Let's just skip that
would be
for
a good-
now. Let's skip that one. For
But
now.
we're out of
It's
minute-
not as bad as you think.
We're at
guys.
a minute and 7 seconds, or a minute, 1 hour and 7 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, we could really.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we gotta mull that one over like once or twice more. I mean, I did just do Lynchbox 20, so like I don't,
Okay, we're gonna bring it to you, folks. We've got some
bring
good
it to you.
parodies in the mix.
Yeah, we're gonna work on a parody. We've got a Brotherwife Live coming at the end of this month.
we do.
Assuming we don't kill ourselves from stress
yeah.
beforehand. Oh, you're not supposed to say that anymore.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't say
I
you're
don't
not-
like- yeah, we said
that was a
that,
joke.
yeah.
We are never gonna kill ourselves. Well, I won't. He just like it's,
Hey, ups and downs.
ups and downs.
It's a roller coaster. We love you guys.
We love
We're a
you so
band that's
much.
also a game show. Check out.
Happens to have this podcast.
Check out. Check out a song that you used to like when you were a kid. Think about when you were 12. Think about when you were 12.
Between 12 and 14. Can we give him a?
I kind of wanted specifically 12. Like really deep,
Specifically 12.
like do the work and dig deep and think about
Yeah,
when you're
12 is like that year you're like, I like my dad's music. You know?
a little bit,
12
a
is
little
like that
bit,
where you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Instead of just being like, what is
Absolutely.
this fucking noise? they play in the
Yeah,
background?
yeah, and you're absolutely. That's a good one.
Yeah.
One of the ones I liked when I was 12, Puddle of Mud.
Oh, of
She
course.
fucking hates me.
Yeah.
La 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 la. That was my fucking jam, bro. So listen to a little Puddle of Mud if you fucked with that when you were 12. But if not, whatever
with it now.
whatever your 12-year-old anthem was.
And no, it's not live yet. Mark it on your calendars. The last Friday of February, Brotherwife Live, folks. It's going to be a board game based show. I think you're going to have a really good time. I think I'll just leave you with Chutes and Ladders, and I think you can guess we're going to go some pretty dark places with that. But it's going to be a good show. So come on out. We love you. Have a great fucking week. We'll see you on Friday.